All right, this is a quick run through, just visually, of the Gibson Les Paul Custom. You can see there's a bit of finish still clinging onto the headstock there. Everything is checked pretty thoroughly. A little bit of minor cracking around the tuner bushings, which is fairly common. It's the original truss rod cover. You've got a little bit of expected wear around the headstock. The tuners are in pretty good shape for their age. They're a little loose and I suppose could be replaced, but we had no problem getting the instrument tuned up and having it stay there. There's a little play in the gears, but that's fairly normal. That nut appears to be original, just judging on the finish on the back of it, but you can see how much it's been shimmed up over the years. If you're interested in getting that nut replaced, we can do that for you, but we have not, just to keep it original. Same thing with the frets. Those have been replaced. You know, they're not quite seated all the way down, but as you can tell from the other video, it plays very well. Nice and clean. We've got the action at 5.5 and 3.5 64ths. We cleaned up the fretboard, so there's no more dirt and oil or grime on it, but apart from that, we haven't cleaned the instrument at all besides a little bit of light dusting. So I'll just continue around the neck here. You can see that shim on the nut. And this has been its current owner's main player for a long time, as is evident from the neck wear. And the neck is, it's not shiny. There's quite a bit of oil and grime on there. It's not sticky, but it could be wiped down, probably with some Windex would be, and it's gonna take a lot of wiping to get that down. But it feels okay, that being said. You can see how checked that finish is. However, that finish is not original. He had it refinished twice, apparently once at the Gibson factory, and then a second time up at a place in Holland. And he fooled us. We thought it was a vintage original finish just based on the checking and the wear. Okay. There is a little bit of cracking going on the staple pickup. We had that pickup out and it's not extensive damage. You know, it's something that happens to old plastic parts for sure. There's a little bit of wear on the soap bar bridge pickup, and it's a little concaved. The binding is doing its checking thing. It's hard to show on the camera here, but it's starting to crack a little bit, as one would expect. Pickguard is cupped just a little bit. Again, nothing major. We wouldn't remove it at this point. Obviously, two of those knobs are replacement knobs, and one of the pots, it escapes me which one at the moment, is a replacement CTS pot. I believe the other three are original. The bridge is in good shape. It's nice and straight. It hasn't caved in at all. We've got a lot of wear to the plating there. Like I said, this guitar has been played quite a bit. And we've got some arm wear where we go from yellow into white on the binding. And again, a very, very checked finish. So that's the basic visual on the guitar. Of course, if you have any other questions, please give us a ring. We'd be happy to answer them.